It's raw, but you know what's even rawer? The world on edge. And tomorrow, it's all eyes on the White House. President Trump is about to sit across from Volodymyr Zelenskyy.
President Vladimir Putin wants full control of 2 regions in eastern Ukraine. In exchange, Putin says he'll freeze the front line elsewhere, as long as the U.S. recognizes the land captured by Moscow.
President Trump briefed Zelenskyy on Russia's offer while speaking on the phone on the way back from his summit with Putin in Alaska. Reports show it was a difficult call, as Zelenskyy has previously rejected giving up the territory, but the commander-in-chief making it clear that a peace deal needs to be made over a ceasefire.
And this ain't some friendly handshake photo op. This is real power politics. Putin's got his hand out, demanding full control of 2 Ukrainian regions, promising to freeze the war everywhere else. But here's the kicker. Only if the U.S. recognizes the land Moscow already stole. Zelenskyy? He's not buying it.
So we've got a map up on the wall, and it's pretty interesting. If you look at the contested region, is that part that is in red and blue, and that's the area that Zelenskyy does not, his original approach is he does not want to give up that territory. It's very important territory. It's where you have huge coal reserves, you have an industrial base, but you also have that's what is often called the breadbasket of that part of the world. In dark red, though, is the area that Putin seized in 2014 when Joe Biden was vice president and Barack Obama was president. That has the strategic importance of reaching to the Black Sea, where Sevastopol is, which is where the Russian Navy is based out of. And so, if you're going to look at this from the perspective of Vladimir Putin and what his strategic aims are, his aims are to improve his ability to reach Crimea. At present, the only way he can get to his naval base is going across that little peninsula there at the bottom, and he wants a direct land access to that.
Not after years of Russia chewing up his country piece by piece. But Trump's telling him flat out, this deal has to happen. Peace isn't just another pause between invasions. It's got to stick, or it's worthless. Look at the map. They threw it up on the wall like some chessboard of human lives. The contested zones glow red and blue. That's coal. That's steel. That's Ukraine's breadbasket. Putin wants it, and he's already got Crimea locked since 2014, back when Biden was VP and Obama was president. That Black Sea access? That's his pipeline for power. He'll keep pushing until he's got a straight land route to his Navy.
Right or wrong, that's what he's looking at.
So here's what else he wants. He wants Ukraine to cede, as you mentioned, control of the Donetsk and how do I say that again?
Donetsk.
And then he wants to freeze front lines in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia. He wants the U.S. to recognize Russia's sovereignty over all captured lands.
Which would include that land going back to 2014.
Correct. Crimea.
Crimea. Yeah,
Correct.
Exactly.
And this is what Russia concedes: willingness to negotiate over small slivers of Sumy and Kharkiv. Regions open to those regions, and then he says he wants them. He was willing to be open to discussing security guarantees for Ukraine.
Now here's the dirty part. Russia's been sitting on that land for a decade, and the world still calls it contested. You can't even reach it without crawling across a damn bridge. That's the reality. Putin doesn't care about right or wrong. He cares about winning. The so-called peace offer? It's brutal. Ukraine cedes Donetsk, freezes the lines in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia. Russia says, fine, we'll maybe talk about little slices of Sumy and Kharkiv. Maybe. And they'll discuss security guarantees. Translation: Ukraine gets scraps. But let's not kid ourselves. Ukraine can't keep this fight going alone. Russia ain't collapsing tomorrow. And if you're Zelenskyy, the only way you even consider this deal is if NATO's got your back with troops or hard guarantees. Otherwise, it's just another setup for round 2 of invasion. Putin wants Ukraine neutralized. Zelenskyy wants survival. Trump, he says it's all up to Zelenskyy.
There are millions of people killed. I mean, it's the worst thing since I see everyone saying worst since World War II by far. There's nothing even close. But we had a very good meeting today, and I think a lot of points were negotiated. on behalf of Ukraine and on behalf of the whole NATO situation, where we're dealing very well with a lot of foreign countries that are great, European countries. Look, as far as I'm concerned, there's no deal until there's a deal, but we did make a lot of progress. We were together almost 3 hours, and it was very extensive, and we agreed on a lot of points. I mean, a lot of points we're agreed on. But there's not that much. There's, one or two pretty significant items, but I think they can be reached. Now it's really up to President Zelenskyy to get it done.
3 hours of talks, some progress, but no deal yet. And while politicians like Chuck Schumer are already trashing this as unworkable, let's be real. Ukraine's been living a raw deal since the tanks rolled in. Being invaded isn't fair. It's war. And war never gives fair. Both sides want an end that doesn't leave their borders stacked with soldiers forever, bleeding cash and lives. And maybe that's the one card Trump thinks he can play, forcing a deal ugly enough to end the bleeding. But ugly deals still leave scars, and Ukraine's already covered in them. This is The Filthy Wall. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification button, because the world don't stop, and neither do we.